Legendaries. They've done a nice thing, but it ain't really a fix to the legendary problem.
It is a very small band-aid, but one that doesn't I guess it's like they should have taken like 8 steps. They took like 2, I think. It's that case where it's almost like the benthic gear problem again, where it's like, well, it's out of the bag, so we can't exactly go and just remove all these players' hard work to like just make this, this is how it is now.
And it would feel genuinely awful to those players if Blizzard did.
Yeah, which is where the problem comes in of like, well, are you willing to do damage to some players to make other players happy, or are you going to compromise in a way? And it's like, at this point, they've decided compromise.
Yeah, so they've said so crafters, if you're honored with the Enlightened, then you can go to their quartermaster. You can buy an optional reagent called the Vestige of the Devourers. This can be used on a rank 1 legendary recipe to craft it to rank 5, eye level 249. So it's a bit of a weird item.
Yeah, so what it basically, at least what I think it's for, is because people are complaining that they have to craft so many rank 1s, and rank 1s are currently utterly worthless.
Yeah.
So it's that problem of, well, the value is in the skill point, not the item, so you're spending a whole bunch of gold, and it's going into a dead item that no one's going to buy.
Yeah.
So this allows you to just put a little bit more extra gold in, and then you'll have something that's technically speaking valuable. But at this point of the game, rank 5s aren't very valuable at all. It's like, it might work as like a stopgap for people, but then with how upgrading legendaries works, it's almost like a per person trap. Almost like the economic theories of boots, where it's like, okay, well, because especially now that you can get the Ashen Cinders and Cosmic Flux pretty handy for rank 7, this is basically just kind of going, oh yeah, well, I guess rank 5 will be a lot cheaper now, which obviously will also undercut the point for the players making it. But you'll go, okay, well, I'll just buy a rank 5 because I don't have the money for a 7. Then you'll never afford a 7, which is the good item. And that's kind of the problem they've kind of run into here. But they don't want to, they don't want to undercut everyone who's already made all the rank 1s and got their, like, the people who put the effort in originally. They're like,
Yeah, because the actual problem, though, is like, if your legendary recipe's at rank 3,
yeah,
you still have to crank out a bunch of legendaries to rank it up, right?
Yeah.
So in which case, this is really just there so that people starting off can craft rank 1s and have it be worthwhile?
Technically speaking, but the problem is that the rank 1s are useless, so they flooded the market.
Yeah.
And no one wants them. But no one really wants rank 5s anyway.
No.
Maybe they're relying on data from slightly earlier in the patch, just people still want rank 5s. But now with all the changes, people should just get rank 7. Because even the 5k gold is just wasted on rank 5. Because you just go get the rank 7 instead. Because it's so easy to get all of those cinders and flux now.
It's kind of confusing then.
Yeah, it feels like a compromise. We're like, okay, we'll compromise, we'll not make this go rank 7. What rank feels fair? Well, we don't want to make it rank 6 because those are still valuable. Okay, we'll make it rank 5 and that's close enough. But that would be okay for a consumable, which these technically are, but they shouldn't be consumables.
Well, it's that thing. I think it just means if you're starting off, it's a bit more palatable. But the actual problem, though, is how many crafts and how much money you've got to spend to be able to craft a rank 7. And that hasn't changed whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like if they had... Well,
so it's kind of a weird thing.
They did up like how much resources drop and stuff slightly.
Yeah, they did that.
But this feels like attacking it from a different angle. It feels kind of wrong in a way.
Yeah, it's a sort of thing I just can't see this getting a massive amount of usage.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think that's most of it. So it's nice that they're looking at this, that they're trying to do changes, but this just feels like a bit of a strange one.
Yeah, I mean, like Ned Soccer just said, the simple fix, reduce the amount of required crafts to rank up. Like, that's the really simple, easy option. But I guess by their thing, they don't want to reduce they want to, undercut all the work that people put in because, I mean, fair enough, because if you undercut the amount of work, then next expansion, if you do something similar, people know, well, I'm not going to invest my time and gold into this system because you'll just pull the rug out from underneath me.
Yeah.
Which is just the problem where it's like, if you design a bad system and it goes into the wild, then even if it has unexpected outcomes, which is clearly the case here, they didn't design this expecting this to be a problem. But
no,
it was a problem, and now they can't make the problem go away retrospectively without causing a bunch of damage to those who invested. Which is why they should be very careful in future about making investable systems. just think
Yeah.
think a couple patches ahead, think a couple steps ahead, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so that's basically that. It's just a bit of a weird change.